For over 100 years, the Butler County Humane Society has cared for and placed into loving homes the area's abused, neglected, and abandoned animals. Our No-Kill initiative was started in 2000 with a commitment of the board, our staff, and our community. As we are a non-profit, non-tax supported facility, the BCHS is dependent on private donations for survival. We hope you enjoy this episode of Critter Corner and bring your entire family to visit us here at the Butler County Humane Society.
3-year-old Izzy is a sweet, gentle hound mix. Izzy needs a home with no kids, other dogs, or cats. Izzy always has a smile on her face and her tail is a waggin'. She is crate trained, loves bones, and knows how to sit and stay. She is eager to learn and please her new owner. One of a group of kittens, 1-year-old Lena is the mellow girl of the group. Just as social and outgoing as the others, she's not quite as active though. She definitely still romps around after toys and plays with her siblings like the kitten she is. She's still the mellowest, being far more interested in taking some time out to lounge about or seeking out human companions to give her plenty of attention. Lena would do well with all ages and would likely adjust to a canine companion, but won't be able to go home with cats. 6-year-old Zelda was found as a stray. A big girl and strong on her leash, she is very friendly and laid back. Zelda would not mind another canine companion, but would do best in a home without a feline friend. The perfect day for Zelda includes a nice walk, lounging on the couch, and playing with her squeaky toys. 5-year-old Martin enjoys the company of other feline friends. He does have an old injury to his leg, but this doesn't hold him back. He is very friendly and interested in his surroundings. Very shy upon arrival, 3-year-old Anya took some time to adjust to life at the shelter. However, she has made great strides coming out of her shell and showing more and more of her personality to staff. Instead of hiding, she now loves to sit up on the cat tree in her room and look out the window. While she doesn't enjoy being picked up and held for long, she loves to be pet and pampered. Due to her preference to have all 4 paws on the ground, older or calmer kids would be best. 2-year-old Faye was adopted but then returned due to being very nervous of the men in the home. This is not to say that Faye wouldn't do well in a home with men, but just needs someone that is patient enough to work with her. An energetic little girl, Faye loves to play. She has many doggy friends at the shelter and wouldn't mind sharing a home with another playful pup. She also doesn't mind feline friends as long as they like her too. One of a group of kittens, 1-year-old Scotty is as social and outgoing as they come. He's a lover through and through, purring as loudly as he can anytime you touch him. If you aren't paying attention to him, he'll simply weave through your legs, affectionately rubbing as he goes. Well-rounded, he's also spirited and playful, chasing after stuffed mice and feather wands. Scotty enjoys the company of people of all ages. It just takes him some time to get to know you, and he would likely adjust to a home with a dog, but he won't be able to go home with any other cats. Talia loves to be the boss. She wouldn't mind sharing her home with a submissive canine companion though. Talia does well with kids of all ages and usually greets them with a kiss or 2. Talia does have some food allergies, so she needs a family that can keep up with her allergies. Talia is full of kisses and ready to find her forever home. Found as a stray, 6-year-old Buttons is enjoying life at the shelter since she's a laid-back girl that likes to explore. Curious, she's always seen peeking through the picture window so she can see what's going on just beyond the room, and she actively watches the birds outside as they come and go from the bird feeders near the building. However, as far as her curiosity goes, she prefers the pampered life of socialization room, where she gets petted and loved as often as she wants. Buttons would do well with older kids and some dogs, but would prefer to be the only cat. 3-year-old Izzy is a sweet, gentle hound mix. Izzy needs a home with no kids, other dogs, or cats. Izzy always has a smile on her face and her tail is wagging. She is crate trained, loves bones, and knows how to sit and stay. She is eager to learn and please her owner. At 9 years old, Gershwin is a laid-back boy who enjoys the finer things in life, like a relaxing afternoon watching the world go by out the window, or a short snooze in a patch of sunshine. He also enjoys a nice grooming session, being brushed from head to tail, or giving himself a manicure by scratching on the cardboard scratching posts. Although he's fine around most kids, he would do best in a home without other pets. 3-year-old lab mix Sadie is a friendly dog ready to find her forever home. Sadie is very active and loves to play, but does need some work on jumping. Once she gets to know you, she loves to cuddle and is very patient. Sadie is best suited for a home with no other cats or dogs. Cute as a button, 3-year-old Kitty was found wandering as a stray. A laid-back girl overall, she settled into life at the shelter quickly and found her favorite spot to lounge, a comfy cat tree in the corner of the socialization room. From there, she surveys the space, watching the other cats that she's played with as they roam about. Sweet overall, enjoying to be pet, once Kitty finds a comfortable spot, she oftentimes prefers not to be moved, making her best suited for a home with older kids. Are you interested in joining the Butler County Humane Society's volunteer team? Anyone who is 8 years of age or older may volunteer. There are many different ways to volunteer, from socializing with cats and dogs, volunteering at events, lending a hand around the shelter, organizing donation drives, and many more. Visit butlercountych.org to sign up for a volunteer orientation at the Butler County Humane Society. Arriving as a stray in May of 2013, 4-year-old Ashley adjusted quickly to shelter life and has been patiently awaiting the right family to adopt her. She's often seen sitting at the window in the cat socialization room where she loves to perch on the cat tree, watching the world outside. While staff knows her to be a gentle, kind soul, Ashley has a little trouble making new friends after watching people come and go so frequently over the years, and can come off a little shy initially. Due to this, she'd be happiest in a quiet family, with older children that share her mellow outlook on life. While Oakley can appear to be a lot to handle while in his kennel, putting on a strong, tough guy act, he can be a completely different dog when out of his cage. Admittedly, he is slow to warm up to new people, but once comfortable with you, he's a real Casanova. He's also on the spunky side, enjoying leash walks, playing with toys, and romping around with some of the other dogs in the fenced-in yards. However, due to him being initially shy, he would do best in a home without kids or cats, as he can get too overzealous with them. Found as a stray, 1.5-year-old Mama has already had a litter of kittens and watched as they all went to good homes. Now she's patiently waiting for it to be her turn. After dealing with her rambunctious babies, she understandably prefers to have some peace and quiet, so a home without young kids and other cats would be ideal for her. Affectionate overall, she'll let you know when she wants attention and when she's had enough, showing off her catitude side. Wilson is a 9-year-old collie mix who was found as a stray. Wilson's tail is always wagging when he has a toy to play with. His favorites are tennis balls and squeaker toys. When he isn't off playing, Wilson loves to cuddle. He would do best in a home with children over the age of 12. Arriving at the shelter as a stray, 2-year-old Betsy is understandably scared after facing the unknown alone. While a sweet and friendly girl, she's often found curled up comfortably in her cage where she feels most secure. There, she happily accepts affection and will even reciprocate with a slight purr. During the brief time that she ventured out into the open, she prefers the heights of the cat condos or a dose of catnip to boost her confidence. It could just be that the hustle and bustle of shelter life is a lot for her to handle, but staff would recommend a calmer home environment for Betsy, where she could come out of her shell more, possibly with another cat. Very active 4-year-old lab mix Peppy was transferred in from another shelter. At 4 years old, he still acts like a puppy and is very active. Peppy would be the perfect hiking running buddy. He would do best in a home with kids over 12 years of age. Peppy is eager to learn his commands and find his forever home. One of a group of kittens, 1-year-old Robin is very loving and outgoing. Occasionally, you'll find her running around with toys, But most often, she loves to be curled up on someone's lap for some quality snuggle time. Robin loves human companionship, but won't be able to go home with other cats. 4-year-old Blake was adopted and then returned for separation anxiety. While not considered to be too high energy, he is still an active boy that bounces with enthusiasm upon seeing people he knows. He is also active enough and knows his commands well enough to potentially be a walking or jogging partner. As far as Blake's overall disposition goes, he is smart with an independent streak, making him best suited for a home without kids. Blake would do best with a submissive canine friend, but does not like to share his food. Abandoned in a box at a local park, 2-year-old Gibby arrived at the shelter with dreams of finding a better future. Initially very angry and resentful due to her previous situation, Gibby has slowly learned to trust again. She's adjusting well to shelter life and enjoys to sit on her cat perch, watching the world through the window. Gibby is the type of cat that chooses her companions carefully, instantly becoming affectionate, laid-back cat with those she likes. Looking for a quiet home where she can take things at her own pace, Gibby would prefer a household without other cats or children. Upon arriving as a stray, Harrington was in rough shape. He was covered head to toe in abrasions that vets believed were caused by a run-in with a car. Starting off weak and emaciated, Harrington was turned into a strong, happy boy that loves to be loved. He wiggles in excitement so forcefully that sometimes he loses control of his back end, giving the appearance of having a mind of its own. Due to his overall size and energy, a home with bigger kids would be the best fit, and he would likely do well with other dogs that can match his size and vigor. 3-year-old Tootsie is as unique as her name, with a style and a way about her that's all her own. Though she initially comes across on the shy side, she usually won't object to being picked up and doesn't mind some time curled up on your lap for a brush or a cheek massage. She does well with other cats, though she often allows them to take the lead, hanging back and watching what they do first. Since arriving as a stray, staff has noticed that she's shocked by a sudden change in environment, but settles into routines well. This means that Tootsie would do best in a quieter home, and that she'll need a bit of patience upon adoption until she becomes comfortable with a new daily schedule. Drake is a handsome 2-year-old lab mix. He is very friendly and loves being active. He loves to play with his toys, but needs a little bit more training. Drake is looking for an active, patient, and consistent home to call his own. 9-year-old Zoe found herself at the shelter when a family member developed allergies. However, that hasn't dampened her spirits as she's as social and outgoing as ever. Not one to shy away from people or food, she's a big girl with a big heart that doesn't mind being picked up, held, or petted. But sometimes she can be overly zealous when it comes to showing her affection and gives little love bites, making her best suited for a home with older kids. Since she plays with other cats at the shelter, she wouldn't mind sharing her home with them. However, she does not appreciate the company of dogs. Found as a stray, 6-year-old Gamora is a lover, not a fighter. A perfect day for Gamora includes lounging around the house while playing with all her toys. Still active, Gamora does enjoy occasional walks. She would prefer a home with older kids due to her love for toys, especially tennis balls. Gamora says, "I need a house full of toys, people who like snuggles and yummy treats." 6-year-old Louise is a rambunctious and spirited lady that spent her entire life here at the shelter. Though she arrived at our shelter in June of 2010 as a young kitten, she was somehow overlooked by visitors, and she is continuing to wait patiently for her forever home. Very playful, with a love of catnip, Louise can be described as a forever kitten, refusing to act her age. Instead, she chases after a multitude of toys, but she can sometimes get lost in the game and play a little bit rough, making her best suited for a household with older children and no other cats. 2-year-old lab mix Kimmel is a friendly but shy dog looking for his forever home. Kimmel is very laid back, loves to cuddle, and is very good on his leash. At first he may seem a little standoffish, but will warm up after a little patience. Since Kimmel is such a shy dog, he would do best in a home without other canines. Arriving as a stray in June 2012, Carmel grew from a young kitten into a 4-year-old adult at the shelter. Kennel life has taught her how to be independent and rely on herself, though it was obvious she had a mind of her own from the very beginning. While she appears subdued while in her cage, once she's out in the cat socialization room, she loves to run around and play keep away with the shelter staff. She's been known to play fetch from time to time with a toy mouse, carrying it back to her chosen human companion so that it can throw it again. Since she's uncertain with new faces, she'd do best in a home with older kids. Fallon is a 2-year-old lab mix. He is a very happy boy, but not very interested in toys. He'd much rather play with his human companions. Fallon needs some work on his commands, but he's working hard to learn sit and stay. 3-year-old long-haired Delaney arrived to the shelter with severe mats in her fur. After some TLC and a grooming session, she was looking and surely feeling much better. A lazy girl who prefers to lounge around, she can come across as aloof at times due to her independent streak. However, she's friendly with those she knows well, enjoying a gentle cheek rub or a scratch behind the ears. Delaney would prefer a home without young kids, especially since she likes to keep all 4 paws on the ground, but could do well with some other pets. Transferred from a shelter in West Virginia, 3-year-old Spot has proven to be quite the intelligent boy, keeping staff on their toes. While he doesn't appear to enjoy spending time in his kennel, mainly due to the fact that he's able to climb out and bounces and barks a lot, he's a calmer, well-mannered man while outside of his cage. He knows several commands and walks well on leashes. He's also quite the sweetheart, oftentimes wanting to sit on your lap to give kisses. Spot has the potential to fit in well in most home environments with children over the age of 10, just as long as there are no cats. Adopted and then returned after some time due to the health of his owner, 13-year-old Smokey certainly doesn't act his age. He may not be a pounce-and-play kitten, but he still has plenty of pep, especially when it's feeding time. While he's a friendly, generally outgoing man, Smokey would prefer a home without other pets, and also one with older kids, or kids on the calmer side, so he can relax during his golden years. Jennings is a 1-year-old lab mix. He is full of tricks and fun. Jennings loves to play with his toys and knows how to sit and lay on command. He is very strong and high energy, but needs some help learning to walk on his leash. Jennings would do well in most homes, and he's ready to show someone all of his love. At 3 years old, Dapple is a petite girl, but she has a big, welcoming heart. Starting off nervous upon arriving at the shelter, she slowly came out of her shell with the help of other more outgoing cats. After that, it was her turn. She took newer, scared cats and helped them to settle in faster. With people, Dapple can be shy to warm up, but once she knows you, she will greet you with the cutest of meows and begin to rub on your leg, hoping for some affection in return. Every now and then, she reverts back to that shy girl when too much activity is going on around her, making Dapple best suited to a home with older kids on the calmer side. Playful 2-year-old hound mix Custer was transferred in from another shelter. Custer always has a perky smile on his face. He likes other dogs and absolutely loves playing with toys. He still has some puppy tendencies that need to be worked out and would do best in a home with no young children. Unlike Pandora's box, this 4-year-old girl is full of nothing but love. Arriving at the shelter as a stray, Pandora has never shown an aversion to people. In fact, she will usually start rubbing on your leg in greeting, showing you that she wants some of your attention. Since her arrival, she has gotten along with several other cats, though she would need one that won't roughhouse too much. The same is true of people, as she prefers calm kids that will handle her gently, making Pandora a well-rounded addition to most homes, with or without kids or other pets. Declan is a 10-year-old shepherd mix. He is a very friendly, gentle old soul. Declan needs a grain-free diet and would do best in a home with no younger children due to his age. He is a very sweet boy and loves to go for walks and be pet.